Let's check today's top stories. And one of Australia's biggest ports has been shut down as Tropical Cyclone Ilsa heads towards WA's northwest coast. Ilsa was upgraded to a Category 3 system this afternoon. It's due to hit east of Port Hedland late tomorrow or early Friday. By then, it's expected to be a Category 4.
This is the first Category 4 cyclone to impact Western Australia for 10 years, and we've significantly boosted our resources in the northwest to keep the community safe.
Tributes today for celebrated Australian landscape artist John Olsen, who's died at the age of 95. His career spanned 7 decades. Experts say his work allowed us to see Australia in a new way. John won numerous awards, including the Archibald Prize in 2005 with a self-portrait. Among his greatest works, Salute to 5 Bells, which hangs in the Sydney Opera House.
He really had many opportunities to become an international artist, but he was so bound and drawn and magnetised by the mystery and the magnificence and the expanse of Australia. He said there was enough information in that to last more than 5 lifetimes.
And fed up with a giant pothole in his Los Angeles neighbourhood, Arnold Schwarzenegger's taken matters into his own hands. The former actor and former Californian governor picked up a shovel and filled in the pothole himself. The neighbours were well impressed.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You have to do it yourself. This is crazy. For 3 weeks I've been waiting for this hole to be closed.
Thank you. Bye.
Can I just say, I know that Arnie's taking a lot of credit there, but it seemed like his helper was doing more of the filling the hole than he was. So I don't know about that.
75, Arnie.
75. I take it back.
75.
Arnold, well
Doing
done.
well.
Yeah. He did it all.
You don't need to fill in potholes when you get to the chopper.
Oh my God.
Do you? It's just in the air.
Wow.
But I love this story because, he's literally one of the biggest celebrities in the world, and he's been the governor of that state. You couldn't be bigger. The governator, right. You couldn't be a bigger deal. And yet it shows that no matter who you are, when you get to your 70s, you're writing letters to council and you're grumpy about stuff.
Yeah, and council's not listening.
No.
That's exactly right, no matter who you are.
We were all worried about Skynet going live, but it's like potholes that we should have been worried about the whole time. Computers got nothing to do with it.
Time for more of today's top stories, and the voice to Parliament appears to be dividing the federal opposition. Simon Birmingham's revealed he won't be actively campaigning for the no vote. That's despite the Liberal Party's no stance and the expectation that frontbenchers like him toe the party line. But he says he doesn't intend to resign from the front bench at this stage, like colleague Julian Lisa.
Well, every Australian's going to enjoy the normal secret ballot. I'm hoping that there is still room for some type of consensus.
The financial pain being felt by Aussie households won't be easing anytime soon. The International Monetary Fund has warned our economic growth will slow because of perilous global challenges. It also says there's a risk Australia could go into recession. Jim Chalmers says he's still hopeful that won't happen.
So we've got a lot coming at us from around the world, but we've got a lot going for us as well. We've got low unemployment. We're getting good prices for our exports. We're seeing the beginnings of wages growth, which is really important.
Matildas are on a high after beating England 2-0 in London. In doing so, the Aussies handed England its first loss in 30 matches, a huge football statement ahead of the Women's World Cup. Sam Kerr, Super Kerr, scored in the first half and then helped set up Charlie Grant for her first international goal. Despite the victory, Sam says they're not getting ahead of themselves.
You know, we've got to take everything with a grain of salt before the World Cup. It's about building on our performances and where we can get better. So, of course, it feels really nice right now and we will enjoy it tonight. But, it's just one step in the journey to the World Cup.
That's very easy for Sam Kerr to say, but I am ahead of myself. We are now joined by star Matilda, Charlotte Grant. Charlotte, I hope you're feeling the love. I hope you can hear that because you scored your first ever Matildas goal in this win against England. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, I'm so thrilled. I'm just really pumped that we got the win last night, and to get a goal on top of that is even more exciting. But yeah, thanks so much for all the support. We can hear all the Aussies back home cheering for us.
Talk me through the goal. When did you know it was going in?
Honestly, I didn't even know it went in until everyone was running up to me. I made the run. I saw Sam with the ball, and she's got amazing technique. So I just trusted her with her pass, and I just hoped for the best, and just glad it went in the back of the net.
Well, how'd you celebrate? I mean, Sam Kerr, you know, she's pretty famous for these backflips. Have you thought about incorporating a special kind of celebration for yourself?
I think it might be a bit concerning if I did a backflip. We might get a broken neck or something. But I'll just stick with the hugs for now.
How big of a difference did Sam Kerr make, though, after she missed that Scotland loss? How big was she for you?
Yeah, she was huge. I mean, she led from the front, led that pressing game from the front, and it inspired us to all press with her. And I think she made a great difference, and she played an exceptional match like always.
The big question, Charlotte, that everyone wants to know, just how certain is it that we are going to win the Women's World Cup come mid-year?
Oh, look, it's really exciting that the Women's World Cup is coming up so close. But as cliche as it sounds, we're taking one game at a time, and we just want to make the nation proud and make them feel how they're feeling right now after beating England.
You're an absolute superstar. Thank you so much for the time. Cheers, Charlotte.
Thanks so much, Geordie. Thanks for having me.